This is the case of the man with a whistling scrotum.
Ooh, the whistling scrotum.
Yeah. So he's like 60, 70. He had some surgery on his testicles at one point, but then like he went home and I guess it hadn't healed properly, but also he suffered from a collapsed lung, and so air was leaking inside his body, and so somehow it was like finding its way down, and it was coming out his scrotum. So he had this opening, thing, and he was like getting like this like sound coming out of his scrotum. And they said this is the first known case of the whistling scrotum.
I mean, that we know of. We don't know.
But yeah, it's just such a weird...
How is your lungs connected to your scrotum?
Well, I mean, I assume everything's just kind of
right
in there, so you can air is going to find a way it's building up. But apparently, like the air inside you can kill you. Like you can get aneurysms and stuff, but it was finding an outlet through his testicle, his scrot.
I want him to like Andy Griffith a tune out of that thing.
So he's like breathing out of his balls.
Well, like air was leaking out of his lung, and like it was finding a way out down there.
He's like snoring out of his lung. Keep it down, man. Can't sleep.
But yeah.
So like he's got to keep it that way now because that's how his body works.
Well, I think they had to probably operate on his lung to stop the air leaking, and then give his scrot another stitch or two. I don't know.
Yeah, 1,000 years ago, that would be his life now. He's got a hole in his balls.
Yeah. Old whistle balls.
It also makes you wonder, like, I never really thought about it, but what's inside the balls? Like, is it just like a sack, like a small sack, and then just air?
Well, I mean, I guess you got your nut and mostly just surrounded by skin, and there's probably like some other material, but mostly testicle and skin, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm guessing the air is just like going around the actual testicles and like going through the
They found some path.
Right. Still.
Oh, could have heard one just now. Could have been some testicles.
I'm not catcalling you. Those are my testicles.
The thing is, if it happened to someone like 200 years ago, like in the modern day, there'd be somebody whose last name was Whistle Nuts, and they're like, "That's an interesting last name. How'd you get that?" Fucking fine. It's Norwegian.